Happy Monday. Welcome back to another vlog. My name's Abby. If you're new here, I am a CPA full-time and I'm also a content creator here on YouTube, obviously. I'm gonna be bringing you guys along this work week in my life. This is my last week of work before I'm out for a week on PTO to go back and visit my hometown in Panama City Beach, Florida, and go on a bachelorette trip in 30A. I'm gonna just visit with my parents for a couple days from Memorial Day until Thursday, and then Thursday to Sunday I'll be on a bachelorette trip. I'm really excited to go home because I haven't been home since Christmas, which feels so crazy because it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but at the same time it does feel like it's been, I can't even fathom that we're like halfway through the year. I think that's so wild. But anyways, I am very much looking forward to having that time off and hoping to just like really slow down for the 4 days I'm home in Florida, because this has been like a really busy summer for me so far. I mean, summer hasn't even technically started, but just with the start of going to weddings for us and our personal lives, with us getting settled in our house, because we did recently move into this house, if you're new here, at the end of March. I had a lot of brand deals across like different platforms. Such an incredible blessing, but it is a lot of work. So with all that being said, I just feel like I've been go. So even though as a CPA, my busy season with my corporate job ended, I feel like I didn't really miss a beat and I just like kept the busyness going. Obviously I'm not as busy, but I just kind of kept the busyness going, and it's all good stuff. It's fine, but I am feeling it now. I think I'm like kind of running into a wall at this point, so it'll be really nice to have that time off, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's Monday. I went to a 5:30 workout class this morning. I was gonna go to 6:30 because I always do 6:30 usually on the days I work from home. We went to bed pretty early last night. I think I was asleep by like 9:45 because we pretty much spent our entire weekend like by our pool, which is just great. I mean, I'm absolutely loving it, but being in the sun definitely wears you out. It makes you feel more tired. So I got in bed and I read for like 30 minutes, and then I was like, I can't stay up any longer, so I just went to sleep. And typically if I go to sleep earlier than I usually do, I will wake up earlier naturally. So I kind of heard Griffin when he got up, because he gets up like an hour before I do usually. And instead of trying to go back to sleep, because I could just tell I wasn't really going to be able to fall back asleep quickly, and by the time I did fall asleep and I need to get up, I was like, you know what, let's just do the 5:30 class, because I wanted to wash my hair anyways and I didn't want to be rushed this morning doing that. I was able to go work out, wash my hair, and then I came home and had to finish editing a video that was due to a brand today. Finished editing a short form video and then got a video ready to go live today. So, and I'm hosting book club tomorrow. It was originally supposed to be yesterday. If you watched my last vlog, then you know that like it was supposed to be a pool party day, book club, but like a bunch of people canceled last minute. So we ended up rescheduling to tomorrow night, and I'm looking forward to that. So I'm gonna be going in office, hosting book club. We're going to Canyon Lake / the river this weekend with my brother, my brother's wife, and then her family. So we're looking forward to that, but I pretty much do that and then I come back and have to like immediately basically go to Florida. So it's gonna be busy, but we're gonna have a good week. And I kind of just wanted to take you all along this week and show how I balance everything. It's a lot being a full-time corporate person who goes in office 3 days a week with doing content creation. I used to be in like a mostly remote role, and it was a world of a difference, honestly, with like the time I had and the energy I had on a week-to-week basis to do things outside of work because of being mostly remote, and then now not really being mostly remote and having to go in office 3 days a week. It's a lot. I switched things up and my routine is definitely a little different. We just finished up eating dinner and it's after work. I helped Griffin get dinner started and then he wrapped it up because I had to run to the store really quickly. I just needed to grab some more deodorant and then a few things for club tomorrow. I really didn't want to go, but I would have to go tomorrow on the way home from work. If I did it tomorrow, I don't think we're gonna probably have book club till 6:30 or 7, so I should have plenty of time to like get set up. The biggest thing is we're gonna do pizza for dinner, so I need to figure out if I'm gonna pick some up on the way home from work, because if I do that, I don't want the pizza to be cold when we all eat it, and I think some people will probably get here a little bit later just because of like work traffic and depending on what time they get off. So Griffin was gonna pick it up for us yesterday when we originally were gonna have pizza yesterday during the day, but so I may be able to get him to go get some for us, but we will see. But honestly, guys, I am not having the best day and my head and mindset has just been in the dumps, and I've been really trying to be positive, and I think I have been, and I actually have been feeling really great mostly, but I feel like I'm just kind of running into a wall, kind of like what I was saying this morning, and just feeling really exhausted. But I think the biggest thing, it's not necessarily the exhaustion, it's more so just like not feeling like I have time to do anything, which isn't true, because I mean, like this weekend I spent tons of time with family, we spent time with friends yesterday by the pool, so I feel like I'm doing a good job of like knowing when to just like stop and let myself live, because originally I was gonna film this sit down video this weekend and that would have probably taken me like 3 hours to get ready and then sit down and film it and everything and plan for it. But instead, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna get ready to film this when I'm not getting ready for anything else for the day, and chose to spend that time with friends and family instead, which I'm proud of myself for doing, because normally I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do any of like the social stuff until I finish all of the work I wanted to do. But then I end up like isolating myself and not seeing people for so long. So I'm trying to be better about that, and I am being better about that. So I'm like proud of myself for this past weekend, because even though I wanted to get stuff done and it would have been nice for me to do it, because now I feel like I need to film that video after work one day this week because of going out of town this weekend and then being out of town next week, because it's the video that I want to be able to go up when the Monday I like get back from being out of town, or the Monday after that, I guess. So I don't really have much time to film it, but I've just been telling Griffin that there's like so many things that I want to prioritize more and prioritize better in my life, and I just don't know if I'm like lazy about them, because there's some things that I'm like really good about prioritizing. Like I'm really good about prioritizing creating content and like short form content and my vlogs and everything, and I prioritize that week over week for the most part, and I'm really good about prioritizing exercise and working out. But it took me time to get here, you know, like it wasn't like an overnight thing. But there are certain habits, like I really want to be better about like stretching, because I can just tell the older I get, I just hate how tight I feel in the mornings when I wake up and when I go to bed, and I want to keep that up as I get older and older. So it's a habit I like know I need to do and I've wanted to be consistent about, but I'm not consistent about it. Same thing with like doing a gratitude journal, not even regular journaling. I would love for it to be regular journaling, but I just don't feel like I truly have time for that. Gratitude journaling / devotional, I'm not great about being consistent about those, and I'd really just like love more time to create certain content and read. Honestly, like those are the things that I love doing. There's so many fun creative videos that I want to do, and so many like short form posts and reels, TikToks, whatever, that I would love to do, but always am thinking about how there's so much I want to do and no time to do it. And I think that that can automatically kind of put you in a not so great headspace when you're just dwelling on everything you're not getting done that you want to do. So I'm trying to reframe and just think like, okay, I'm not able to do all of this stuff, but I did get all of this other stuff done, which is really great. And if I really, really do want to do some of that other stuff, is there any way I can shift priorities and make that stuff work? And honestly, I feel like the answer is no for a lot of that stuff, but I can at least ask myself that question. It's my luteal phase, so I know it's just my brain being mean to me, but I've just been so in the dumps today, especially. It's funny because I've been anticipating this, I feel like, over the last week. I was like, I just have a feeling like next week's gonna be really hard. I think part of it is just like pushing through the last week of work before going on PTO, and today was honestly kind of like rough at work because it was really busy for me. I had some last minute stuff sprung up on me, and I also got stuck on something, so just not a great way to start a Monday. I think that combined with feeling like I just don't have time to do any of the things I want to do, being really exhausted and just like ready for PTO, all of that combined, I'm just feeling kind of blah, and I want to be honest with you guys about that instead of just like ghosting the vlog for the night, because I feel like I'm pretty bad about doing that too. But I had the realization that I have not sat on the couch like literally at all, maybe one time since we moved in, to like sit on the couch and chill, because normally if I'm like sitting down to relax, it's usually like 30 minutes before bed and I'm just doing it in bed. But tonight, because of how I feel, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, eat some dark chocolate covered cherries from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna sit my butt on the couch and read some of One Golden Summer before bed, because I'll read Kingdom of Ash once I get in bed, but I really want to finish One Golden Summer this week, so I'm just gonna go sit in the living room and do that, because I have not relaxed on our couch once since we moved in. One of the things I really wanted to do in this vlog was share sort of my vision for our guest bedroom, since we are doing things a little bit differently in our guest bedroom here than we were doing in our last place, since in our last home, our guest bedroom and my office were one room and we just had a day bed in the room. Now we have a queen bed though, thanks to Lowell, which I'm so excited for. And my husband Griffin was recently telling me that he wanted to get a new mattress for us because we don't currently have a Lowell mattress on our king bed. It's the same one we've had for about 6 years from when we first moved in together. And funny enough, we actually slept on the twin size Lowell mattresses on our day bed just a few months ago when we were having some repainting done in our main bedroom in our last house, and we had to sleep on those beds. Griffin woke up the next morning and told me he had the best sleep he had in so long, and he had asked me what mattresses they were, and I was like, these are the Lowell mattresses that we always slept on when I was in college. And we decided we wanted to get a Lowell for our king bed as well as getting queen upgrade for our guest bedroom, which we are so excited about. And I'm filming this later in the week, but we just got the queen bed frame in the mail for the guest bedroom, and I'm really excited to show it to you guys and share my vision for the room with you all aesthetically and theme-wise, I guess you could say. We love Lowell though because they offer a 365 night stress-free trial, which is really great, so you can really get a feel for the mattress and see if it's the one for you. They have free shipping and easy returns and a lifetime warranty, which is amazing. Their reviews speak for themselves, and they truly have mattresses that are the perfect mixture of comfort and support, in my opinion. I'm so excited to have Lowell back. Oh. Fun fact, Lowell is the mattress I had my sophomore year of college and junior year of college. And then y'all know we had Lowell mattresses for our guest day bed in our last house. We no longer have that day bed, but we knew we wanted to get Lowell mattresses for our new guest room, the queen size, and we wanted to upgrade ours after having an older king size one from our senior year of college. So I really wanted to come back to them for our own bed because I missed having mine and I missed the comfort of this bed and the support of the mattress. It's firm and supportive, but it's also just so plush and soft, which makes for a perfect night of sleep. Buying mattresses can be such a hassle, but we love that we can just get these mattresses delivered right to our doorstep, unbox them, unwrap the outer plastic wrap, and then lay it on our bed where we want it to go, and then cut open the last plastic layer, and it's ready to go after expanding for 3 days. It's as easy as that. I really love Lowell too because I'm someone who sleeps on my stomach, on my back, and on my side, and I find myself being able to get comfortable in all of those positions with sleeping on my Lowell mattress. But overall, they provide a luxurious sleeping experience at a great price because Lowell believes that quality sleep should be accessible to everyone. If you want to sleep well and live well and are looking for a mattress upgrade that can be delivered right to your doorstep, be sure to check out Lowell in the description box down below. Like I've said, we've been longtime users and lovers of Lowell, and we're so excited to be continuing to use them as our guest bed and now to have them again as our main primary bed as well. Thank you so much to Lowell for sponsoring today's video and helping us to sleep well and live well. Just ran and picked up dinner, and Griffin finished setting the bed up and it looks so good. I really want this room to have sort of a coastal western vibe, and I really like the vintagey kind of rustic look of this bed. I'm loving this evening light coming in though. And these are more of a cool toned wood, so they don't totally match the vibe of the bed, but we could always replace these one day if I really wanted it to be that cohesive, but it's not something I totally care about. This is our guest room, and now I'm realizing with actual furniture in here that this room is a lot smaller than I thought. Right now we have it on this wall with the door, which doesn't totally make the most sense, but I don't want to put it on this wall with the window because the window is not centered on the wall, unfortunately, so I just think it would look silly there. There's this wall right here next to the door that it would also fit on, but it would be very tight and it would block some of the closet, like a very little bit of the closet on the end, but I don't think that would look good, which is how we landed on this wall being the best spot. And obviously there is no other furniture in here, but I'm gonna put on screen some of the inspiration I've seen and that I have on my Pinterest board for our guest room. I like the coastal western vibe a lot because it blends my life here in Texas with it being kind of like the Texas western vibe, and it blends my childhood being coastal. And I feel like our bathrooms are very coastal because they're white with blue accents, and that's just kind of what I've leaned into for decorating the bathrooms. And then for this room, I have these prints that were in our bedroom before, which We don't need them in our room now because we have the window above our bed, and these were the prints above our bed in our primary bedroom in our last place. But this is very Western, coastal, and obviously so is this one, and these are from a Decenio, and I love these prints. So I love that I already have prints that work for the space. I really want to do one of the pin boards with a bunch of different like keepsakes I have and photos and cards, but I think I want to do that and either hang that somewhere in our kind of like entry area by our front door or in our bedroom. I don't think I would put it in here, or I could do it in my office above my desk, which I also think I would really love. But for this room, furniture wise, I think I'm only going to be able to get like a tiny little nightstand for that side, because originally I wanted to go thrift or find on Facebook Marketplace some side tables, but I'm like, no matter what wall this bed is on, except for the wall with the window, side tables won't fit. And even with the wall with the window, they won't really fit because of the closet being right next to the window, kind of. So furniture wise, I don't think there's gonna be anything in here but the bed. I don't know if you've seen the side tables where it's like a lamp and then there's just like a small little side table. There's just one girl I saw on TikTok posted about them forever ago. So I'm thinking about maybe doing those, or just one of those, I guess, and it would be in this corner over here, like right there. And then I could maybe just put 2 prints above the bed. And then I'm thinking right here, I could just do a really thin console table and a mirror of sorts above it, because I do think I want to leave this space open for walking and don't want to put any furniture on this wall. And obviously like a chair or anything couldn't fit right here because it would be too big for this space. And then I want to leave this corner empty, ignore all the mess, obviously because of accessing the closet and the other side of the bed. So this room's very small and does not fit much, but I really love this bed. I got off of Wayfair. I'll leave it linked. And it was really easy to build for the most part. Griffin did a lot of it. The 2 of us putting it together took less than 2 hours, which I don't feel like was bad at all. And there weren't that many pieces, so definitely recommending it so far, but obviously we haven't slept on it and stuff. And I have to get sheets because I haven't gotten any sheets for this bed, but I'm gonna look around. I'm either gonna get some from Brooklinen or I might try out some from Keats, however you say it, because I haven't tried theirs before and I'm kind of curious how they are. Morning, happy Tuesday and book club day. It's about 8 o'clock. This outfit is pretty basic, but sometimes the basic ones are my favorite. This top's from Naked and AKD. It's like a sweater kind of top. And then my black Princess Polly Archer pants, old Princess Polly belt, and then these golden gooses that were a gift to me. Didn't really want to do much makeup today. Just kind of wanted to like get out of the house and get to work. We went to bed pretty early again last night. Griffin really wanted to go on like a long walk last night, but I was like so tired and I was like, this is my one night this week that I'm probably gonna be able to like actually take some time to read longer than like 20 minutes before bed. So I got to, I think I'm almost halfway into One Golden Summer. I'm probably at like 40%. I'm absolutely loving it. I swear I'm giggling and laughing like every couple pages and it's just the best. The banter is seriously so good, which that's what I had heard about the book. I know Lottie had read it and she was like, the banter is top tier, and it truly is. All that being said, we ended up going to bed pretty early and Ella woke me up because she had to go pee, so I just let her out to go pee. For a moment, I was like, I'm not gonna go back to sleep, which it was 4:30 when that happened. In my head, I was just like, okay, I can just go ahead and get up and start reading and then maybe go to like a 5:30, a 45 class. Then I was like, I don't feel like doing cardio. Like my body just doesn't feel like it can take the intense cardio day to day. So I wanted to do something a bit lower impact and decided to take Ella on a walk this morning. And I mean, I always walk her, but take her on a longer walk this morning than usual. So we did just under 1.5 miles, which was really nice, but it was so hot and humid. It was literally 7 a.m. when I was walking her. It was 88 degrees. I was like, this is crazy. Coffee color looks so good today. I don't know if y'all follow Eli Rallo, but she keeps posting about the HEB strawberry milk from the 1836 farms. We used to get that milk when we lived at our old house, and I just haven't bought it because you can't get it on curbside, so you have to go in store to get it, or at least last time I checked, that's how it was. So we used to get their regular milk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to try this strawberry milk latte that she keeps making. So I really want to try that, but I need to find it at HEB and actually go in HEB to get it first. Let's head head off to work. I don't have a lunch packed, but some of the girls, I think we might be going to lunch today, or like getting lunch together or eating lunch together. I don't know. It's 6:03. I didn't get home from work until like 5:35 and walked Ella and had to post something for a brand really quick on my Instagram story. Told people to come around 6:30 or 7 and I have nothing set up yet. And I'm trying to film a quick reel of setting everything up. I originally had the tablecloth on our kitchen island, which y'all are sitting on right now, when I was going to be hosting on Sunday, just because it was closest to being like outside. Because we were going to be doing like a pool day book club, but we're not doing that today since it's like a weeknight. So I'm gonna try to set it up on our dining room table. I'm gonna see if the tablecloth is big enough for it. I mean, the dining table is beautiful, so I kind of just like don't want to do anything to it, but I want the summery vibes for every summer after, and I got the tablecloth for it, so it was $5. Not much, but I do want to use it. I'm gonna try to get everything set up, and hopefully I can get everything done before people get here. On Sunday, I made a big batch of mango margaritas. I'm not doing that today. Originally, I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna like repurchase the mango juice and lime juice and everything, which is pretty expensive, but I'm not gonna do that since we're having pizza for dinner. Wine will go great with that. I have so much wine. I have champagne. I have stuff to make mimosas. If people want mimosas in the evening, tequila, vodka, people can like just make what they want. And I have Olipops people can use as mixers or like liquid IVs or whatever. So I'm just gonna kind of let people drink whatever they want to drink instead of making a drink and instead of like having to go buy more of that stuff. Even though the margaritas were really good, the whole point of me making them was because we were gonna be poolside. So there's not really like a reason for me to make them. And they drink wine in the book anyways. So I think it's more on brand and it goes great with the pizza, but I need to stop yapping. Let's get going. I kind of want to put on a vinyl. Some of the girls like played music in the background when we're there, but the only thing is I'll have to like get up and switch sides and everything. I would probably just put on TTPD because that's like has the most tracks per side, I feel like, of everything, which I actually think I scratched my TTPD vinyl a while ago in our old house on accident because I accidentally dropped the arm when I was trying to like put it back on the record player, and I'm really nervous to play it again because I'm gonna be really upset if it's messed up. And it was on my favorite side. It had Guilty as Sin and stuff on it, so hopefully it's fine. And I also need to change and get comfy because I'm not staying in these work clothes. I swear I have another one of these placemats, but I literally can't find it anywhere. So I just have these 4 right now. There is only gonna be 5 of us. Katie just texted and said she couldn't make it. And then one of the other girls is a teacher and it's her last week of school, so she can't make it. So there is just 5 of us, but I laid out the Oreos because I didn't know what to put on this tray. On Sunday, I had like some fruit cut up, but I didn't buy any more fruit. We're not gonna drink out of wine glasses either. These cups are for the margaritas, but we can just put wine in them. That way I don't have to wash a ton of wine glasses either. And I just have a white out and a red. I have Casillero del Diablo Sauv Blanc, and then the cab, and then I'm leaving the ice cream in the freezer. If you watch my last vlog, I talked about how I got cotton candy like ice cream popsicles that actually aren't even that good to be representative of like the cotton candy ice cream that Percy, the female main character in the book, eats. And then I also have, I don't know if it's Moose Tracks or Rocky Road, I can't remember. Whichever one of those, I got like a frozen yogurt of that because that's all I can find at H-E-B. So I have those, but I'm obviously not gonna set them out because I don't want them to get all melted. Griffin's on the way home with the pizza, which I'm excited to eat. We got Luna. I was gonna get Zalat. I really love the Sweet Revenge pizza from Zalat, but I didn't know if everyone would like what was on it, and most people just said they wanted pepperoni. And really the Sweet Revenge pizza is just like a fancy pepperoni pizza, but I got 1 large pepperoni and then 1 large pepperoni with whipped ricotta because that sounded good. That way there was like something that everyone still liked but had a little something different on it. Comfy clothes are on. I just threw on my Skims boyfriend t-shirt and boyfriend pants and my slippers that Katie got me for my birthday that say One More Chapter. I am getting really hungry and I'm trying not to eat any of these Oreos. Book club went so well last night. It's the next day, getting ready for work. We're only 5 of us, but we had such a good time and everyone loved the book. And I honestly like don't mind when like people don't like the book I pick. Like I kind of like just a book that's a little bit polarizing just because it's so interesting to hear people's like different opinions of why they did or didn't like a book. And when everyone likes it, it's kind of just like, oh, that's what it was. Everyone like really, really loved it, which I was kind of surprised by. I had a feeling like some people would think it was too slow of like a burn, not enough romance, just because some of the girls just read a lot of romance, dark romance, that kind of thing. But they all really loved it. And something that like made me so happy was that one of the girls was like, I literally like felt like I was in the story. And she was saying that she felt like she was Percy, and we were just like joking around, like saying like, no, like, yeah, you totally were in the book. One of the girls was saying she literally like got butterflies reading the book. I'm like, this is what reading is all about. In my opinion, a lot of the emotions Every Summer After makes you feel are emotions that you only really experience once at that magnitude in your life. They're emotions you experienced when you were younger as a kid. So it just makes it really special to kind of like revisit how a lot of that felt, mainly because the book takes you from being like an 11-year-old all the way into adulthood. And since Carly's writing is so good, she just embodies the all-consuming feeling of a first crush so well. And it's so funny because as an adult, you know, you think that some of the reactions and stuff in the book are like just so ridiculous, but I'm like, no, that's literally how you feel when you're a teenager and like experiencing the emotions of having a crush on someone and liking someone and having feelings for the first time. I'm really glad they all liked it. We got Luna pizza, I think I said that, and it was so good. The Oreos I got, because they eat Oreos in the book too, and Katie was like, oh my gosh, you should get Oreos. So many dessert options, because I had the Oreos and then the Moose Tracks frozen yogurt and then the cotton candy popsicles, but we just all ate the Moose Tracks because I told them the cotton candy popsicles weren't that good. But the Oreos were literally stale, and I just got them at the store on Monday, so that was kind of crazy. Getting ready to go to the office, so I went to a 6:30 workout class since everyone left for book club around like 9ish, so no one was here like crazy late or anything. But I went and sat on the couch and I was like, oh, I'm gonna read some of One Golden Summer before I go to bed because Griffin was already in bed and I needed light to read since I'm reading the physical copy, and I ended up sitting on my phone for like an hour, so I hate myself for that. And then I read like 10 pages and went to bed because I was like, oh wait, if I want to work out tomorrow I need to go to bed. So I went to a 6 o'clock class, did upper body, and my arms feel like freaking noodles right now. I need to figure out what I'm gonna take for lunch because I don't need to eat out again today since I ate out yesterday. I went to Chop Shop with my coworker yesterday and it was so freaking good. I have had Chop Shop before multiple times and we ate it a lot when we were living in Dallas years ago, but yesterday I tried the Caesar wrap with chicken for the first time. Oh my god, it was so freaking good. I love everything I've had from there though. I have a lot of work to do today, or at least what I'm gonna be doing. It's not a lot of work, it's like the one thing I'm doing is gonna be really time consuming. I'm really hoping to get to like a really solid stopping point today so that tomorrow I can ask questions and work through any of the rest of it. I'm doing really quick makeup. I just did my Super Goop sunscreen as my like base today because I feel like none of my skin tints right now are like really the color that I am, because I'm a little bit tan right now but I'm not quite tan and I'm not as pale as I was like 2 weeks ago, so I'm kind of at like this weird in-between stage and I really don't want to be blending things like a mile down my neck, you know, just to make it work. Since we had pizza last night for book club, we didn't cook anything, so we have no leftovers. We didn't meal prep this week, but really do not want to eat out since I ate out yesterday. So I threw this together, and I also have a salad kit that I was going to take, but I think this will be fine. And my office always has snacks if I like really need something else. I threw some turkey roll-ups in here. This is just the Boar's Head maple honey turkey, some watermelon. I originally got this for book club on Sunday, but since we ended up not doing that Sunday, I am just going to eat it because we need to eat it anyways. I have some of these Trader Joe's naan crackers, and then this is the Cedars tzatziki dip, and then a couple of the siete. I think these are the chili lime chips, or maybe the barbecue, I don't know. I'm gonna take a Cutie David protein bar. This is the peanut butter chocolate chunk one. I actually haven't tried this flavor, so I'm excited to try it today. I think my favorite that I've tried from them is the cake batter, surprisingly, because I feel like I normally like the chocolatey ones. Of course, bringing in Olipop. I love seeing what people pack for lunches, but especially when it's like a random assortment of things like this. I think it just gives me so many ideas for what I can do myself. 5 o'clock. I realized I forgot to show y'all a fit check this morning before I went to work. I actually left the office today at 3. I called the doctor and made a doctor's appointment for this afternoon because y'all know I got sick in Mexico from the water or food or something, probably the water. All that being said, I kind of went back to normal after a week, and I was normal for a couple days, but I've noticed like over the last 5-ish days that I'm not back to normal. Like I just am still experiencing like the nauseousness and stomach pain and stuff like that, and it's just not fun. And I'm like, okay, I realized it had been 2.5 weeks, and I was like, I should probably go get this checked out, because in my head I was like, oh, that was like a week and a half ago, so maybe I'm just taking a little bit longer. But then I was like, wait, no, it's been 2.5 weeks, so I should probably go get it checked out. I did get some prescribed to hopefully help with that. But what I wore to the office today, this dress is old from Banana Republic, but I think Keens is how you say it. I know they have like one that's basically identical. And then this top is old from Target, but I think they still sell it. And my shoes are Golden Gooses again that were a gift. But I thought this was a fun, like really comfy outfit for the office, and just using some older stuff I already had. But Griffin's going to, I think, go on a run when he gets home and then cook us dinner. So I'm gonna log back on the work for a little bit since I left the office early, and I have a good bit more I want to get done today so that tomorrow's not so long. So I'm probably gonna work for another hour and a half or so. Good morning. I just made my coffee. Didn't make it to 45 this morning. I wanted to revisit my kind of like rant earlier in this vlog where I was just saying how I feel like there's so much I want to do and no time to do any of it, and talk about balance really quickly, because I was just kind of like thinking about this while I was walking Ella this morning and yesterday. Balance to me is something that you have to learn is not going to ever be something that comes to perfection. I think a lot of us are waiting until we get to this like equilibrium moment with balance where we feel like all of our ducks are in a row with everything we're doing in life, and that we're striving towards that type of equilibrium. And until we get there, we don't believe that we have balance. But that's kind of like a lie we tell ourselves, right? Because you can actually have tons of balance, but if you're anything like me and think the way I think, I'm very much somebody who's like, I don't see that I have balance. I just see the absence of a perfect equilibrium, if that makes sense. It's really hard for me to see like, no, you are balancing things well. Just because they're not in a perfect equilibrium doesn't mean that you're not balancing things. And balance to me is more so about wholeness rather than getting to that perfect equilibrium. And what I mean by that, which it's a little counterintuitive because I think the word wholeness itself kind of suggests perfection in a way, because it suggests completeness. And we never really get to like this full, complete moment of balance, right? Like it's more so wholeness in the sense of like what makes you feel more whole at the end of the day, while accepting that we're never going to feel like we have things perfectly balanced. There's a Morgan Harper Nichols quote that says something about like striving for wholeness instead of perfection, and it's something that I like revisit in my mind often and think about. So for me, how that looks when it comes to pursuing balance in my life or trying to create more balance, because balance isn't something we just stumble upon and find, as we all know. It's very much something you have to intentionally create by being intentional with where you're spending your time and where you're directing your energy. And to me, wholeness over perfection when it comes to balance just looks like, what things can I prioritize that will make me feel a little more whole at the end of the day. And ideally, what happens is the more things you choose that are truly in alignment with what make you feel whole, rather than things that you realize are on your to-do list and realize that you're prioritizing that maybe you shouldn't be prioritizing as much. And the more of those things that are truly in alignment with what makes you feel whole, not something that society is telling you is going to make you feel better or give you this perfect balance at the end of the day. Things that mean something to you, that you truly end up prioritizing, should make you just feel a little bit more in harmony at the end of the day, and thus help you create a balance. So for me, for example, something that I often think about is prioritizing my health is really important, and wellness. So making sure I make time to go to workout classes, go on walks, and take the time to like plan out my meals for the week so that I'm not scrambling to figure out what I'm gonna eat. And when I take the time to prioritize those things, my life just feels more in harmony because I'm putting time and energy into something that matters to me. Same thing with like spending time with my husband, Griffin, and having time with friends. And each thing in your life is gonna have like a different weight. Spending time with your family may have a little more weight than spending time with your friends. So maybe that's something you wanna prioritize more accordingly. I love being social. I love going out and getting a drink and going out from time to time. But for example, there are definitely times where it's like proposed to me to like go out, and that's just not something that's going to make me feel more whole at the end of the day. Like if anything, it's just going to cause me more stress because I'm going to end up sleeping in really late the next day, not feel well the next day, and not have time to like get the things done that I need to get done. A lot of times when I'm going out, like truly going out and not necessarily like going to a cocktail bar, I'm not getting to have like quality time with the people I'm with because it's very much just like you can't hear them, that kind of thing. So that's just like one example of something where I could like shift my priorities in order to feel more of a balance in my life. So instead of saying yes to like going out one night, maybe I say yes to going to dinner with friends instead, or say yes to a date night with Griffin instead. And that will ultimately contribute to me feeling more whole and more balanced at the end of the day. Just my thoughts. I just wanted to share that because I was thinking about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and head off to work. Outfit today is this Maeve top that I purchased from Depop, I think, actually. My Rolla's jeans that I purchased from my Newly, and my Colas that I love from Anthropology. I normally don't love wearing yellow, but when I have a little bit of a tan, I do love wearing it. Happy Friday, last day of work I am off for a week, or I'm taking off for a week. I have Ella with me, you can't see her right now, but I'm about to drop her off to board her because we are going to the river this weekend, like I said, and we're leaving like after work. Probably like not right after work, just because I need to unbox our new mattress for our bed and film it and everything. So we're gonna do that when Griffin gets home. I was gonna take her at lunch, but I was like, I'm gonna have no time to like actually make her eat anything if I take her at lunch. So I just was like, I'll take her in the morning. I normally don't like taking her in the morning because traffic is usually bad, but with it being Friday, honestly, traffic was not bad at all. I feel like most people don't go in the office on Friday and aren't commuting. So, but I came by Cambrian, of course. I told y'all last time I dropped her off and boarded her a little over a month ago that I love coming here when I drop her off to be boarded because they're closed on Sundays, so I never come on the weekends, and it's also just like far, so I don't come during the week. But definitely one of my favorite coffee spots in Houston. The marmalade latte right now is really good. It's like an orange vanilla. Obviously this color is perfect. Last night was kind of chaotic. I got home a little late because since I had to run some errands and stuff after work, I just got home later. Dropped off my Newly, shipped a Poshmark order, and then when I got home, I had to literally like pretty much immediately leave because I was starting to cook dinner and realized we didn't have an onion and we needed it for dinner. So I had to run back out to the store, grab an onion, came home. Griffin was mowing the lawn since we're gonna be gone this weekend. So then I was trying to cook dinner. And then Katie and I planned to FaceTime. She actually moved back to the States, which is so crazy. And she's in Boston now. And I'm so excited to see her again, hopefully this year soon. If y'all don't know, it's my close friend Katie, who I'm from YouTube and from Alabama. We were like best friends in college, and she's lived in Germany for the last couple of years, or several years really. And I saw her for the first time in 4 years at our wedding, and we caught up on FaceTime last night for almost 2 hours. So we were chatting for a bit, and then I read a little bit and went to bed, so you didn't miss much. And then I went at 45 this morning. I need to go though, so I can drop Ella off and then get back home and get to work. Hi guys, it's now Sunday. I'm currently working on packing to go home to Florida. We got home from the river around 12:30 and we had a really great time. It was definitely exhausting though. We were in the water, I want to say by 10:30 in the morning, and we got out of the water around 5 yesterday. It was a long day, but I'm proud of myself because I didn't really get sunburnt, which is great because y'all know I got a really bad sunburn when I was in Mexico, and I was like, I can't have another burn like this. Everyone else was staying until Monday, but we came home early because of me leaving tomorrow. But since we got home, we've been go, go, go. go because Griffin ran out and grabbed us some laundry detergent because we were completely out, and had to run the AutoZone because he was getting some stuff to wash his truck. I started working on our laundry. We had picked Ella up on the way in. I needed to get some laundry washed before packing. While Griffin was washing his truck, I decided to go ahead and put on some makeup and film my sit down video. It took me so long to film it. I literally think I was filming for 2.5 hours, maybe almost 3. Reading videos take me a really long time because I'm like pulling up the synopsis and like making sure I'm using the right character names and like I have the plot right and stuff, because some of the books I do just know from hearing about them, but some of them I really don't know much about them, so I have to constantly like pull it up and double check. I just put fresh sheets on the bed, which was much needed. It'll be our first night sleeping on this mattress tonight, and I actually am loving this because this Lowell mattress is a lot thicker than our last one, so it actually comes up a little bit higher because our other one was just like pretty low, and now it like kind of makes our headboard look a lot more like low profile, which I like. Let me show you. Before, the mattress just like hit a lot lower, so now the headboard like looks really like modern and low profile, and I kind of like that. But anyways, excited to sleep on it and trying to get things packed. And one of the good things about going on a bachelorette trip, when there's like theme nights, you kind of know what you need to pack. So I have those days down, but I always get so lost on what to pack for when I'm home and just like visiting with my family and friends, because everything's very casual for the most part, but I always like want to make sure I have a cute outfit available. But a lot of times it's like I'm wearing a cover up to the beach during the day, I'm wearing athleisure at some point, maybe to go get coffee in the morning, and then I'm wearing like a comfy casual outfit during the day, and then I end up like changing into something for dinner. So there's just like a lot of outfit swaps sometimes. I'm really trying to like put some outfits together instead of just packing a bunch of random stuff to go home, because I feel like I had started packing and it was kind of just a lot of random stuff to go home, so I'm trying to avoid that. But I also wanted to say I finished One Golden Summer in the car on the way home, and oh my gosh, it was so good. It was the easiest 5 stars. I absolutely loved it, and everyone who was saying the banter is to die for in the book is 100% right. I loved Alice as our protagonist, and she was so real and likable, and I really loved her journey back to her true self and really figuring out how to make choices and make decisions that are in her best interest instead of trying to keep the peace with everyone else. And then of course we know and love Charlie from Every Summer After, or maybe you don't love Charlie from Every Summer After, but really getting to see more of his character, especially as an adult, was really rewarding as a reader after seeing him kind of just be a menace throughout Every Summer After. I've had a lot of people ask me if you should read Every Summer After first, or if you can read One Golden Summer first. You absolutely can read One Golden Summer first, but it will spoil some things that happen in Every Summer After. So I wouldn't read it first for that reason, so you can have the best experience possible reading Every Summer After. But that's just my 2 cents. But it was so good. I loved the setting as always, Barry's Bay, and Carly Fortune's descriptive language when she is painting the picture of her settings is always impeccable, and I am just always so immersed in her stories because of that. And Nan, the grandma in the book, she was such a wise character with such a young soul, and I just felt like she was the perfect and happy medium between the two of them. And this isn't really spoiling anything because Alice and Charlie like obviously like are going to fall for each other in the book at some point based on the synopsis. If you really want to go in with like a totally blank mind, then I'll put a timestamp here on screen for what you should skip to. But I really loved Alice and Charlie, how they really fell hard and fast for each other, but it was a slow burn in the sense of physical romance, and I love that because it allows for tension and it seriously just makes you on the edge of your seat the whole book, and I love that. It's so much more enjoyable as a reader to me, and honestly realistic, like for me, having time to like build a romance and the physical romance being a part of that. So I really appreciated that as a reader because I just think it made their romance so much more likable and realistic in my opinion. And I just loved how Barry's Bay was a vessel for everyone kind of coming home to their true self and escaping the real world around them, because that's how I feel about the beach. So I really resonate with that as a reader, as someone who grew up living at the beach. I really, really loved it, and as always, loved Carly's writing. The book absolutely lived up to the hype and my expectations, and I absolutely adored it. Go ahead and end off this vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it. I know it was a bit more of a chattier one, but let me know if you'll like the chattier segments in the videos. I normally try to keep my talking portions under like 3 to 4 minutes max, but sometimes I think it's good to just like chat, because where else am I gonna do it? You know what I mean? This is for long form content. I don't have a podcast anymore, so it's good to just go ahead and chat about things when I want to and everything. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're already and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. I will see you all in my next video.